This guy here, he's got a gift.
Yeah.
Are we live anywhere?
You guys, where did you go?
Everywhere.
Everywhere?
Everywhere. Okay, this is where Dave does a wind up and an intro. So go ahead, Dave.
You've got to throw it out to the people. Ready?
I'm ready.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Team Powerhouse Show, live with you on Tuesday night. Throwing it out at you, Eric Vasquez on your far right, and a very special guest in the middle. She's not just beautiful,
Aw,
she's
thanks.
also very smart, but most importantly, where is she from and who is she? This is Bridget Wilkinson.
Hello.
She is from the Miranda Team Home Inspection, and she is here today to talk about so many exciting things, Miranda Team, Pillar to Post, yada, yada, yada. Hopefully you're watching, hopefully paying attention. If you have any questions, please reach out and say hello. Facebook, Instagram would be the easiest place to reach out. You've got YouTube and TikTok with over 50,000 people on TikTok watching you now.
No way.
50.
That's amazing. Hi, everybody.
So TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, yada, yada, yada. And then, of course, you got Rumble and all these other, LinkedIn.
Cool.
You're on X right now. You're everywhere.
Love it.
Yeah, very cool stuff.
Cool.
All right, so Bridget Wilkinson. What was the middle name we had posted?
Yeah, so it was posted as Bridget Patricia. Patricia is my middle name, so full name Bridget Patricia Wilkinson, which is a mouthful. But yeah, government name Bridget Wilkinson for those who want to know.
Sounds like an FBI name,
I know.
right?
What? 3?
When I was younger, I wanted to be an author, and I wanted my name to be BP Wilkinson because I thought it sounded pretty cool.
We could just call you BP from now on.
BP. My boyfriend calls me. Yeah, my boyfriend calls me B Wilk. So
Wilk.
B Wilk.
BP. We're gonna. Your new nickname might be BP.
Sounds good.
We got BP in the middle here from the Miranda Team Home Inspections.
I love it.
So Bridget, let's let everybody to know you a little bit more, like we
Sure.
know you. Where are you from?
So I'm actually from Ansonia, Connecticut. I grew up in Derby. I moved to Ansonia when I was 14, but my family's been raised, born everywhere in the valley, and that's where we reside. I currently live in Naugatuck.
Valley girl.
Valley girl through and through.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Which makes you that down to earth person that we know so well.
Thank you.
You are just one of the nicest people you'll ever meet. By the way, if you get a chance to meet Bridget, one of the nicest people you ever meet.
Thank you so
Genuinely
much.
sweet, right? Like just salt of the earth.
Bubbly.
Bubbly, exactly.
Aw,
Bingo, bango,
thanks.
exactly right. We appreciate you. We love that the Miranda team has brought you not only to the team, but really like the center point in the front of the team.
Yeah.
Because she is the one you see on basically most of the advertising.
Yeah.
Marco and Melanie, who we adore and love so much.
Also,
it's
shout
kind
out to
of-
them. I know that they're watching. Hello.
I hope they're watching. I mean, it would be very important that they not only you represent the company so well.
Thank you.
From many facets, and then everybody on the inside who is available always. Teen and the rest of the girls in there. I mean, you got a great staff of people.
Yeah, I'm very lucky, and it's really important for me because I genuinely love every single person that I work with and the people that I work for, and it just makes going to work every single day super fun.
That's everything. If you can't love who you work with, you need to leave and go somewhere else. because-
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Don't tempt me.
Thanks, Eric. Oh my goodness. All right, so you're from the Valley, from
the
Ansonia.
Valley, yep.
Where'd you go to school?
So I went to Platt Technical High School for high school. I studied collision repair.
Wow.
Fun fact about me. And then I went to Southern and I got my bachelor's degree in business administration with a concentration in marketing. And then I went to Sacred Heart and I got my master's in communications and PR.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
yeah, multifaceted gal.
I would say not only multifaceted, but what you did from the element of majors really kind of blended together.
Absolutely.
I'm not sure if you planned on it, but it was a very good segment one to the other.
Yeah, so like, for me, it was really important. I had a professor that told me it's like what you represent as a person and how you look on paper should be the same, but when you're applying for jobs, they're not seeing you as a person first, they're seeing you on paper.
You know, it's funny. I was just talking to Danny about this, my son, right? And he's in this position now where he's getting ready to graduate with his master's and applying for jobs and really kind of going out there and kind of testing the waters out.
Yeah.
And really have to apply to a lot of places that used to applying and conversation.
For sure.
When you came to Miranda Team, had you been to other places for interviews first?
Yeah, so I actually I did a lot of interviews. I got ghosted a lot. That's unfortunately just how like the market is right now. It's like you put in the application, you do everything right. There was a company that I went through a trial of 3 different interviews, and then they're like, "Yep, you're gonna get through like to the final round," and then that was the end of that.
But what helped you was by you going through this process, you start to know the questions that were coming.
For sure. Yep.
And feel more comfortable in answering them,
Mhm.
right? Because to be honest with you, you're interviewing for any job it is. You're nervous. You're
Yeah.
excited. You've got a lot of different adrenaline levels going through your mind and body. And then when you're sitting down with somebody, the only way to be more relaxed is being used to the conversation,
Sure.
right? So when you sat down with Marco and Melanie, I bet you were kind of like, all right, what do you got
Yeah.
for me? Right? Like,
Yeah, so it was actually really funny. So I applied online for a job. So marketing jobs when I graduated from school. So I graduated my master's towards the end of 2022. And of course, early 2023, that's when it seems like marketing jobs across the board were getting cut everywhere. And I'm like, "Ugh." So I did nannying. I worked in customer service. I did a lot of different things. So I applied for multiple different jobs, and I got a call from Melanie, and she's like, "I'd love to set up an interview with you next week." I'm like, "Yeah, sure, that's great." And I found out later, so the interview went super well. I got offered the job. I found out later on that almost 100 people applied for the job. And I was the only person that Melanie interviewed, because after the first phone call that she had with me, she knew that she wanted me, but she wanted to make sure after meeting me. So it's always important to be yourself. That's the biggest piece of advice that I can give anybody.
and part of that, and again, just going back to, and I'll use Daniel, my son, as an example.
Mhm.
I mean, all of our kids who are going for interview jobs, it's kind of like getting through that comfortability.
Yeah.
Because when you get to that point where Melanie starts talking to you, and you're probably so calm and relaxed in the conversations,
Sure.
right? And you kind of knew already what answers you need
Yeah.
to give, but also what you felt. It wasn't
Mhm.
fake.
Yeah,
And that's part of the problem. You're going through an interview process, and you're like, do I give the answer I'm thinking or the answer I'm feeling?
yeah,
Right? Like, what do they want to hear?
yeah,
And going through the process of interviewing allowed you to sit down with Melanie and Marco
yeah,
and, like, ice it. Like, you just come, and they were like, oh my
Yeah.
God, this is it. Like, we heard you, but now we saw you, and we got to see you actually talking. You're not pretend.
Yeah.
You're real. And here we are. We're
Yeah.
hiring you.
that's exactly what it was too. So Melanie and Marco are really big on hiring real people. What?
Excuse
That line is driving me crazy. You see the line?
It's
What
a magic.
line?
It's a magic line.
What line?
On my.
Oh, on your haircut.
Not the sidebar side.
No, it's okay. No, it's okay. So one of our core values is personality. So essentially, I know it's like a joke, but I am essentially like a personality hire. It's like with my job, I'm meeting so many people, and it's important just to be yourself, but also to just, not be a stick in the mud. So personality is really big for us.
That, and again, if you're out there looking for jobs, whether you're looking to get into real estate or you're looking to get into anything else in the world, your personality really is going to land you the job. One of the things that Eric and I, again, when we grew up going to work, there was no online interviews. Everything you did was in person, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you were selling yourself based on who you were, and they judged you from how early you showed up to work to the interview,
Mm-hmm.
to what you were wearing and how you spoke.
Yep.
Today, it's you submit these resumes, which could be who knows what's on a resume,
Yep.
right? If it's actual factual information or it's fluffed up, like a lot of people are.
Yeah.
But when you sit down in front of somebody, if you get to that point today to sit down, you've got to be able to come out and just hit a home run or a grand
Right.
slam based on your conversation and making the people that are sitting across the table from you comfortable with
Yeah.
hiring you to represent their business.
Yeah, and the biggest thing that I learned as somebody who was coming out of school and looking for their first, quote unquote, big girl job, right, is nobody is essentially looking for perfection, but they're looking to be like, what? The biggest question is, what are your strengths and what are your weaknesses as a worker and as an individual? And it's like, these are my weaknesses, but here's how I'm working on them to make them my strengths. And it's like working within that and just trying to grow. It's really
I love
important.
this. We went sidebar, and I apologize because it's not the conversation topic.
It's okay. Interviewing 101.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. It's good stuff. But it's what today makes you different than other
Yeah.
people, and what you back home are watching. How important it is to be yourself and get experience in conversation.
Sure.
All right. So you went to school. You're from Ansonia.
I'm from Ansonia.
You went to Flat Tech High School.
I
You went
did.
to Southern Connecticut for your 4 years of school.
Yep.
And then you went to Sacred Heart.
Yep.
I'm paying attention.
Yeah, you are.
And
Good job.
when you came out with a marketing degree,
Mhm.
right? Like, how did you the Miranda team home inspections. Was that something on your radar?
So my aunt is actually, she's been a real estate agent for about 40 years. So like, and I actually 40.
Wow.
Yeah. She's been in the game for a little bit. Yeah,
I
think
I'll make it to 40.
so I've been around real estate talk for like forever, right? And I didn't really know a lot of what she was talking about, but as I got older, I was able to kind of pick up like a few things. I was like, okay, I know what certain things were, but nothing too crazy. But with this job, it's really great. I'm not stuck behind a desk all day.
Yes.
I'm out, I'm meeting people. The inspectors like to say my job is shaking hands and kissing babies, which I think
Yes.
is really funny. And it's really great. And I am a people person. I love people. I love talking. My dad says that's probably one of the best things that I'm good at is just talking. I can talk to anybody about anything. Truthfully, I can, which I think is like a really big skill of mine. And yeah, it fit in like a glove, which is great.
Love it, love it, love it. So my next question was to ask you how'd you involve in the Miranda team, but you kind of just told us
Yeah.
about it going through the process of interview.
Mhm.
But you never had the intention necessarily to be at a home inspection company.
No.
But it's almost in God's hands the way the stars lined up. You have a little real estate history,
Mhm.
a little bit a touch on the shoulder.
Right.
Not that you knew about real estate necessarily, and then
Right.
you ended up in this career
Mhm.
involved with real estate agents
Yep.
and what they're going through on a regular basis every day and
Yeah.
what's involved in that. So, you know, in working with realtors like Eric, for example, or myself, or other members of our team who love you and your company, you know, when it comes to like what kind of services and what your company does, let's talk about that.
Sure.
If you don't mind.
Yeah, absolutely. So with us, so when I say us, I always mean as a team. We always refer to ourselves as a team because that's exactly what it is.
Before you go into that,
Sure, yeah.
talk about the people behind the scenes that are in the office.
Oh yeah,
Let's give them a
absolutely.
shout out, please.
Shout out to Bertine, Amanda, Kathy, Kim. You guys are amazing. If you ever have any issues or need scheduling needs, you're always going to be on the phone with one of them, and they're available all the time. And you guys are awesome. Huge shout out to them. Bertine and I actually share an office. She's my office buddy. So.
And we can attest, Eric and I, to that because these girls are on fire. They're very much attentive to our wants and needs, and that makes our experience
Yeah.
that much better.
Yeah.
And you've got great inspectors
Yes, we do.
who are, again, three of them that I know very well,
Mm-hmm.
Mike, Sean, and
Joe.
Joe.
You paused for a second there.
Well, because I was gonna give him a different nickname, but okay.
Joe.
So, you know, these guys are all three different kind of personalities and all super great with the clients
Yeah.
and very knowledgeable in their field
Sure.
in how they go about the inspection process, which is really cool stuff.
Yeah.
We won't get into these guys so much, but let's go back into you and
Yeah,
the team. I'm sorry.
absolutely. No, don't ever apologize. So like we actually have a team. We have a team of a total of 10 inspectors now. We just hired 2 more. They're on our team. Jeff and Eva. They're fantastic.
And also the Fairfield office. Is it?
Yep. So we have we are with Pillar to Post. So just quick background. So Pillar to Post is a franchise out of 550 franchises nationwide. We are ranked number 2 nationwide and number 1 in the Northeast, which we're very excited about and we're very happy about. Last year we did acquire the Fairfield County territory, so we're now taking care of New Haven County and Fairfield County agents, but we go anywhere in the state that they go.
Because they do go to Hartford County, and everywhere else they do London County.
Yeah, we go everywhere.
We got, I think it's all spelled together, Miss Amanda.
Oh, it's Amanda Banwa. Hi, Amanda.
She said go Bridget, way to represent.
Woohoo!
I don't know if it's all spelled Platt. Ham 723.
Oh, that's my boyfriend's mom. Hi, Paula.
What
She
she
said Bridget is awesome.
Oh, thanks, Paula.
Very
Thanks,
cool.
P. Appreciate you guys.
Love it.
Wow,
Good
I feel like you
support
should be
out
on here.
there.
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody's tuning in.
I'm surprised Marco and Melanie haven't tuned in yet. They're going to get
Yeah.
a little bit of trouble, I would say,
That's
in a few
okay.
minutes if they don't
I
respond.
know, right? Look at a text from me.
They might be at the bar having a couple of drinks.
No,
all
oh
right.
my goodness.
Just kidding.
Just kidding.
So, going back to
Yeah, so we have a team of fantastic inspectors. We have 3 inspectors in Fairfield County. We have a total of 5 inspectors in New Haven County. We have a team of amazing admin, and we're available all the time. And when I say we're available all the time, we are available 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. for scheduling, and that's through call or text message, because real estate never stops, ever. Questions never stop.
Eric likes to call around 11 because
Mm-hmm.
he's just getting out of the gym.
No, I don't like to call around 11, but I have called around 11. I've called and had Brittine on
I'm
the way
sure
home.
Brittine loves
Right,
it. Yep.
right.
And
Sometimes-
Brittine does not call while she's driving. She'll say, "I'll call you back."
Yeah, sometimes with the kids, sometimes without the kids.
Right.
So yeah,
Absolutely.
Brittine has taken, and Amanda too, like they'll take calls, answer questions at the soccer field, at the football field, anywhere.
and I never get a sigh. I never get
Ever.
It's true.
Ever.
Well, I might have
What
got
do you
a
need,
sign
Eric?
once
A, never get that.
No,
What do you want?
No, they're really, really great. I mean,
Yeah.
and it's funny because you were actually absolutely right, Eric. They're at their family events with the kids, and they
Yeah.
pick their phone up, and they're in the car, and they give us that time, and it really makes a big difference as realtors. So, for example, if you're a realtor out there and you've had challenges getting a hold of an inspection company, this is a place you will not have a problem getting a hold of an inspection company.
Very true.
And the relationship they have with you is very intimate.
Yeah.
It's very personalized.
Mhm.
There's so many levels to what your company does.
Mhm.
And I'm going to give it that shout out to Marco and Melanie
Yeah.
in the training part of what they expect from everybody with the team and how to make sure that we as realtors feel that dynamic. Because at the end of the day, we refer our clients because of how good what you guys do.
Right.
Not because you guys are amazing people, but how good at what you do. So on top of the fact that you're just so good at what you do,
Yeah.
and top of the personality traits that come along with it, it really makes a great
And there's a huge level of trust in there too.
Yes.
Because I know from the real estate agents that I know and knowing you guys care for your clients so deeply and you want to make sure that every process is taken care of at the end of the day. I mean, we're all on a team. From the mortgage person, from the real estate person, from, you know, the inspection company, like we're all on a team for the client, right? At the end of the day.
Yes.
And putting your trust into another company to make sure your client is being taken care of how you want them to be taken care of is huge.
absolutely.
So let me ask you a question.
Sure.
Do you have the same role with Apex?
What do you mean? Wait.
Apex, the radon.
Oh
company.
yeah, so we have a sister company. It's called Apex Radon Solutions, where they are experts in radon mitigation and healthy air. So
Is a separate,
it's a separate
Chief.
company. It's not affiliated with Pillar to Post.
and the young lady who's in charge of that role is also hot to trot. We should bring her on there also.
Oh, Marsha, yeah. I mean,
She's-
January is Radon Awareness Month, so that'd be awesome.
Very, very solid. You know, again, I'm sure there are other great companies out there. I'm not even saying anything, but I will tell you from our experience with what your company has been doing. You know, one of the key benefits for us as agents, I'm going to say, is that you really have everything handled for our clients,
Right.
which makes our lives less stressful. For example, when you need to do a home inspection and there's well and septic, you have the people at the home inspection at the time of home inspection. Because buyers don't have the time to come back, and neither do agents, for a second or a third inspection.
Right.
And those are things you line up for us based on what time of the client's available or we're
Sure.
available to do a home inspection. That's super huge. I'm putting a lot on that statement
Yeah.
because that makes a world of difference for us.
Absolutely.
You know, you do your best to make the availability of your team when you can with what's going on. Of
Yeah.
course, you guys get very busy as well.
Yeah.
And you've got great people working for you in that process.
Yeah, I mean, one of our biggest things is being flexible, and we want to make sure that we're a resource for agents and clients no matter where they are in the real estate transaction. I like to say we're available before, during, and after the inspection because things come up all the time. I mean, I know that you guys both know that better than anybody. Things constantly come up all the time, and we're always there for you.
I'm just happy to hear that Eric's calling at 11 o'clock too because I thought I was the only
I don't
one.
call
No.
Bridget.
No, but it's just saying
No,
to
you won't get an
Bettina
answer.
gets on the phone or Amanda, and I'm like, oh my god, they're gonna hate me.
It's almost
No.
almost always exclusively Brittine that gets.
No, Bertine's amazing. Bertine's on top of it, and Kathy and Kim on the Fairfield side, they're fantastic too. Our admin team is truthfully like the backbone of our business, and we would be nothing without them. So shout out to you guys. I love you guys. You guys are amazing.
awesome stuff. Any questions out there?
We got, I don't know, Sean
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
Sean.
That's my boyfriend. Hi.
He said she's the best. And then we got RAC Rack Kelly 48.
Okay.
Oh, my mom, for Kelly. Yeah.
She said, "Hey, my love."
Aw.
Him, not you.
Yeah, no, it's okay. It's okay. It's fine.
Oh, that's so great.
That's awesome.
Family is great when they're
Absolutely.
out there. Our family and people watching. I'm sure that Eric's son and daughter is watching too. The show.
Son, maybe.
actually Eric's son is involved in the plumbing world, plumbing and heating.
Oh,
heating
cool.
and plumbing.
Nice.
HVAC stuff. Getting his
Getting his feet wet.
his feet wet.
Ooh, love it.
Getting them dirty and learning a lot. Great stuff to the field of heating and cooling and plumbing and inspections, all these things that people need on a regular basis. It's everything. So
Yeah.
like, a lot of people will go to college and maybe not the right path. Eric and I talk about this all the time. A lot of people go to school and maybe they shouldn't, and it's
Yeah.
okay.
Mhm.
You happen to hit a grand slam, right?
Yeah.
But how many people like you that didn't hit the grand slam?
A lot. And you know what? At this point in my life, so I'm 25, and there's a stigma where you have to have it all figured out by 30 or 25 or anything. Everybody goes at their own pace. And, if you're not, have a career at 25, you don't have a house, you don't have this, oh my gosh, I'm a failure. Everybody moves at their own pace. And, it's okay. I mean, there are some people that I went to school with who didn't go to college and they're very successful. And then there are people that I know that went to school and are not as successful. I mean, Marco Miranda, he didn't go to college and he's a very, very successful businessman.
Very, very good personality. I think it's a personality. It makes a huge difference
Yeah.
on your future.
For sure.
Your ability to converse and talk very well spoken, not necessarily grammatically spoken, but well spoken, to have conversation and
Yeah.
become comfortable with somebody in front of them.
For
And
sure.
that's everything. That the personality type. He's
He's the go-to for our CE classes.
He is the
Yeah,
go-to
he's
for
the best. We're going to
Yeah,
be
he's
starting
the
those back
go-to
up
for our
in
CEs.
That's right.
next year.
I was
He-
going to say, your son Dylan, by the way, has a great personality. At first, he used to be very shy. I think when he cut the hair, his shyness kind of went away and his comfort came out. That's the way I saw it.
Oh, you think he was like hiding behind his hair?
I think that
Mhm.
maybe I just see that when I see him now, it's such a different. He's got a lot of social and conversation.
That's
He's
cool.
And I see him.
Yeah, but he's edgy like me, so
Oh, okay.
he's very edgy. You give him an opportunity to knock you, and he will.
When you say
Okay.
that, you
Take
mean
a
that-
dig. To take a dig. Yeah.
Oh, well, that's the
Dave,
second
Dave's
part.
really good at setting that up.
Yes, absolutely. All right, going back to you and your team and the amazing people they are.
Yeah.
What makes the difference between Miranda team? Well, actually, what makes the Miranda team so great? We're kind of getting into that.
Yeah.
Um,
I think a lot of what makes us so great are the people that are on our team and what we can do, because we're not looking at each agent or each client as a dollar sign. We're looking at them as people. And you always remember how somebody makes you feel and the lasting impression that any type of service that you have has on you. And we want to make sure that all of the clients that we work with and all the agents that we work with all have the same general idea of the Miranda team. They're going to take care of me and they're going to do a really good job no matter what. And that's kind of like a mantra that we go by. Our tagline is one call will handle it all, right? So
absolutely.
any
Yeah.
way that we can help.
We've worked with other
Inspection companies.
inspection companies before, and we've had clients ask questions that sometimes the other inspectors were not as friendly with the response, and your guys they know it's coming.
Yeah.
They know it's coming. They're prepared for it, and they know it's just part of the part of the process.
Our favorite is when a parent or a father who's very knowledgeable
Yeah.
in the building process, a roofer, a plumber, heating and cooling, electrician, and they
or none of those.
or
Yeah.
not-
None of
But
them.
bought a house 30 years ago.
Exactly.
Right.
Right. So they know.
And they'll literally walk up to, let's say, Joe or Sean or Mike. Now, Mike's a big guy. He looks, let's say, older in the sense of, not like he's 25, I'll say.
He's
that,
been
right?
around the block, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But
Shout out to you, Mike.
But Sean and Joe have the baby face. And I mean that in the most
Yeah.
complimenting
Yeah.
way. They look much younger, and I'll see, let's say, and I let them know, listen, parent might be asking you some questions. They're like, awesome. And the parent will address the clients, and you can see that the facial expression changes from that, like, oh, they really do know what they're talking about. They really do have our best interest
Yeah.
for our son or daughter. And they get that, like, okay, I'm comfortable with this
Right.
person here. And that's huge. Now, let's talk about the fact of huge and your technology that you guys are doing with your company.
Yeah.
Because you guys are making a lot of changes and a
Yeah.
lot of great things for realtors and also for you guys as home buyers.
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the things that Pillar to Post launched on October 17th of this year is called the P2P dashboard. So the dashboard is
P2P.
P2P, like P, the number 2, P, pillar to post. The P2P dashboard is a virtual home inspection report dashboard. And you're able to look at all of your inspection reports or any reports that you do with us. It's all in one spot.
So as a realtor, you have the ability to go back into your database of reports you've done with all your clients, which makes it pretty convenient all in one place versus going through your emails,
Yeah.
trying to find them where they are.
Yeah.
Which is what
And they're held for how many years?
10 years.
10 years.
that's
10
pretty
years.
amazing. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, that's okay. No, you're doing a great job. So the client gets their own dashboard. So they're starting pretty soon. We don't have a date on that, and you're going to really like this. No more verification code. They're getting rid of it.
That's nice.
Verification
Not
code.
17 steps to get in there.
No,
I like that.
nope, they're getting rid of it. I don't have a date for it, but it is coming soon.
Okay.
So you get to have your own dashboard. So there's no username or anything required. You just have to sign up with an email or your cell phone number, and you go in. It'll have your name, the date of the inspection, where the inspection took place, and anything that you had during the home inspection. So the home inspection report, if you did a radon test, the radon test results, the water test, anything like that that happened during the inspection with us, it'll all be in one spot. And what's also really important is, which a lot of people kind of glaze over, but I find it really important, is it has the inspector's name who conducted the inspection. So if you have questions after the inspection has been completed, you can call the office and be like, hi, I did an inspection on 123 Main Street and Sean was my inspector. Would you be able to get me in contact with him? I have a few questions. Yes, absolutely, no problem. He'll call you at the end of the day.
And the photos will be on there.
And the photos will be on there.
And if they get the floor plan, that'll be there.
Yep, that'll be there. And what's really great too is on the client side, the realtor information will always be attached to that report, so it'll be easier for them to refer you to friends and family down the line.
Eric, tell everybody more about the floor plan, because they may not know what that means.
Floor plan?
Yes, I mean we know what a floor plan is, but when they're buying the house,
Well, you pitched it
Yep.
in the meeting that you had with the team, where it's
Yeah.
like the floor plan gives them the dimensions of a room.
Yeah, you can get the dimensions
So
of
it
the
gives
room.
them the ability to go, oh shoot, I don't remember if we took a measurement of this, and I don't know
Yep.
if, they're at Jordan's looking at furniture,
Yeah.
and they're like, oh, I don't know if this couch is going to fit. Well, click on
It's
the
fantastic.
link and go to the
Yep.
and see if
Mhm.
it'll fit in that room.
Yeah.
and that has been a big part of things that have been really very interesting. Because when you mentioned the floor plan and you talk about the measurements and how many times you've had a client go, hey, I'd love to get back in that house if possible because I want to measure the room because I'm looking to buy furniture. And
Right.
we always tell our clients, don't buy any furniture right now because you don't want
Right.
to go through that process of buying furniture while you're getting a mortgage. Otherwise,
Yeah.
the deal's over, right?
You're right.
But now you can actually, as Eric just said and Bridget was talking about over here, you have a floor plan of your property that you're
Yeah.
buying with the actual measurements, literally, like with the cutouts of the whole thing.
Yeah.
And you can measure the couch and look at the floor plan and kind of figure out where you're going to put it.
Yeah.
Almost like a contractor goes into a house and does, what do they call it?
The drawings.
Yeah, the drawings.
drawings.
Yeah.
But there's a name for it, some kind of CAD thing, whatever. But it's really cool stuff.
Yeah.
Blueprints, like a blueprint of your home. Exactly.
Yeah. And what they're talking about is available in our in 2 out of the 3 of our packages. So we have 3 packages that you can choose from. So we have our Plus, our Premium, and our Prestige. So our Plus package is our basic home inspection package, where you'll just get the visual inspection with no extra bells and whistles. So during a normal home inspection, the inspector on average looks at about 1,500 different things in the home. So that's the Plus package. Our Plus Premium package, that's where you'll get the floor plan and things like that. That's our most common package. And that's mostly a lot of the times bundled with radon and termite testing. That gets bundled in there as for an extra cost, but that's usually the most popular. And routine or one of our admin will ask you if you'd like to add that into the home inspection. You don't have to. And then we have
We highly recommend doing a radon and a termite inspection
Absolutely.
in your home always.
And then our Prestige package, that includes the floor plan and everything that comes with the middle package, but in addition to allergen testing. So that is mold testing and for pet dander and things like that. You wouldn't believe how many people are allergic to cats and dogs out there. So we got you covered, and we also have a wide variety of additional services that you can add on to the home inspection package to make it your own.
Some of the things that I didn't know about way back when, you guys also do home pool inspections.
We do, yep.
There's so many things that they offer for a home inspection. Here's what you need to do. You need to call. What's that phone number for them to call and ask questions
Yeah.
and maybe set up an appointment?
You can call or text 203-526-8183.
Now, she said that really fast.
I'll
so-
I'll do it slower. 203-526-8183. You can call or text.
And I'm sure Thane has it on the screen
Yeah.
again, of course, by flashing in front of you. Like, call now, call
now, yeah.
But most of the time, what happens is your realtor will be calling the company to set up the home inspection for you, and not only set the home inspection for you, making sure that we have a good time for you that based on your wants and needs are. We set the whole thing up, and then what will happen is the company will email you the options of the home inspections, and you would click on which package you want. You can talk to us as well as your realtors to kind of help if you have questions of should I do this or should I do that.
Yeah.
But they have a lot of great services, from chimney to pools to radon and
Yeah.
mold and everything else. There's so many things there's more things to check it out. Now listen, that doesn't mean you have to pick every one.
Yeah.
Most of the time you don't, but sometimes you get to certain types of homes and there are certain things you want to do because your home has those pieces of the puzzle.
But it's also the outside companies that they're connected to that does the inspections.
Yep.
Like
Exactly.
the septic inspection companies. You know, extremely thorough.
Yeah. So the
100%
so we
good
actually
point.
after every inspection we do give the client inside their dashboard. It is available and it's available for the realtors as well. We have something called our vendor list, and on that list are a list of local companies that have been recommended to us by past clients, by real estate agents that we've worked with, or people that we've worked with in our own personal lives that we feel comfortable signing our names to, and it's all on a list for your quick reference. So, and it's actually really helpful if you move into a house and it's like, oh, I'm new to the area, I don't know an electrician. So you can either ask your realtor or you can check our vendor list.
Bridget Wilkinson, the Miranda team, Pillar to Post Home Inspection Company, an amazing young lady who's sitting
Thank
with us today
you.
over here.
Thank you so much.
We want to thank you for
Thank you for
just,
having
like,
me.
really kind of being so well presenting not only your company but yourself and information. Again, you got to call, you got to speak to the people
We didn't
inside.
even get into, what is it called, kazoo? What is that?
Oh, Kahoot.
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 We have lots of fun with Bridget. We have lots of fun games we play.
Yeah.
She is a lot of fun to bring at your office meetings.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, we have a lot of
she
fun.
Throws down a party and then some. I'll just say it like that.
Yeah.
But we are at the next part of our show
Yeah.
where we have to give out a free tumbler.
Ooh, fun.
So we are going to give it a free tumbler. They'll either get a black or pink one as an option.
Ooh. Here, I have the
And-
pink one for you.
and
Model it.
They actually now have changed the models. They're now laser engraved.
Ooh.
A little fancier.
Fancy.
Yep. So let's see who's going to be the lucky winner this week.
It's your cute thing.
You guys aren't gonna be able to hear it, but it's funny.
Oh yeah? What happened?
My volume just turned down.
Okay.
I can't get it back up
That's-
either. We got Sherwood Lumber.
Ooh.
Sherwood Lumber on Instagram. Congratulations on
Congrats.
winning a free tumbler. Please make sure you get in contact with us so we can send this out to you. Bridget Wilkinson, Miranda team, Pillar to Post Home Inspections.
Yeah.
An amazing company, an amazing young lady,
Thank you.
full of fire and ice. She's going to make sure that you have an amazing experience.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't say ice. Full of sugar and vinegar. No, sugar and spice.
Sugar and spice?
Sugar and
yeah, I
spice.
think that's fun,
Fire
right?
and ice, sugar and spice.
Sugar, spice, everything nice.
Everything
yeah.
nice. Marco and Melanie Miranda, thank you so much for allowing Bridget to be here. We miss you. We look forward to seeing you back on the show again, too.
Yeah, Melanie, I'll see you tomorrow.
And we want to wish you guys all a wonderful Tuesday night. And thank you for being part of our show. Eric Vasquez, Bridget Wilkinson,
Bye.
David Lamel. Have a wonderful night, guys.